Good morning, Rat Rod Bikes. There's something cathartic about removing the master link from a chain that hasn't been touched in over 50 years. Pulling bolts and from a frame that hasn't been touched in over 50 years. Revealing the original green paint underneath a sticker that was likely the bike shop logo sticker or possibly a license for the city in which it was ridden in over 50 years. This is Helen wheels, or Helen wheels, as the French would pronounce it. Anyway, I just posted this morning. Thought I'd do a little video on it. As you can see, it used to be metallic green. Somebody did a less than satisfactory purple rattle can job on it way back when. Probably when they thought they wanted to make this old kid's 20-inch cruiser into a Stingray in the mid-60s. Still working on complete positive identification, but we know that even though it has a Schwinn head badge on it, which is not centered on the head tube, and I believe it's just glued on the lower portion here. There is a screw through the top. I haven't got to there yet, but pretty sure it's a 20-inch kid's cruiser bike from the 50s. The serial number matches up with some of the Columbia frames, specifically the year 1953. So I'm still pursuing that, but bearings are in surprisingly good condition. Of course, when we had this bike for probably close to 10 years at our house, 10 years of being used, or longer, we would periodically grease the bearings and stuff. The bottom bracket is also in very good shape. Not loose, just smooth as can be. So it's going to be a great ride. These green grips were obviously done to match the original paint beforehand. It's a really interesting bike. Chain guard appears to be chrome underneath, and I've managed to just lightly use a little green scrubby and some white vinegar to even get started on this, and it looks like it's going to come off fairly easily. Chad T was asking me about the fender. He said it might be a little more valuable if it had the razor edge, which it does. It's not a folded edge. And it seems to fit the frame really well. So the dimples here lined right up with the cross piece on the seat stays. And so that seems to be a good fit there. They don't look like they were done with the pliers. They look manufactured, so that's a little interesting. There's some leaves and arachnid debris left from the middle of the last century. On the mounting holes, also that center seat stay mounting hole lines up perfectly. And then down here near the bottom bracket, we have the tab that was formed on the fender at the time, and we have a hole which could have been, looks like probably was, drilled to match up with the seats or the chainstay mount. Anyway, we got an interesting bike going on here. Probably one of the most fascinating things is the seat and rail combination. The rails have the person's USA stamp there, and I'm told the secondary stamp above the second hole also means something. Square-backed loop instead of the round loop, and it does have the original Q bolts. See if I can get a good picture here. I'm not getting it in the right angle of the light. Anyway, there's a Q on that bolt head. My camera says, nope, it's raining on. I'm not going to get that for you this morning. Too depressed. All right, that's... Anyway, it's all there. This purple seat cover is what brought it to mind. It's a cover that was on the bike when we got it from my grandmother. And as soon as I saw it, I thought of